All right, we'll get started here. Again, welcome to Applied Day 2022. We're so glad you could join us this morning for Autodesk Manufacturing Software Solutions hosted by NexGen Solutions. We'll get rolling with the presentation here shortly, but first I want to give a quick introduction of Applied. Since 1986, Applied Engineering has been providing high-quality engineering services. We can assist at any and all stages of the product lifecycle. So whether you need product design, simulation analysis, factory design, process automation, or you just need an extra set of hands to get a job done, Applied is here for you. And then we also offer high quality printing and scanning services through our print and image department. During this session, please feel free to enter any questions you have into the questions panel, and we will address them as we go. These webinars are being recorded and we will be sent out via email, so you can rewatch them or share them if you wish. And so with that, I will pass things over to our presenters, Joy Mooney and Kirk Huber.
All right, thanks, Emily. Appreciate it, and appreciate everybody joining today. Like Emily said, my name is Kirk, and I'm part of our customer success team here at NexGen. Prior to joining our team last year, I spent some time as a purchasing supervisor for a coil spring company. And this experience has given me the ability to better understand and sometimes predict the needs of my customers, especially in that manufacturing space. Joy?
All right, and my name is Joy Mooney. I'm also part of the customer success team. My background is in technology and education or training. So you'll see me a lot or interact with me a lot during onboarding, implementation, and adoption. So just to talk a little bit more about kind of who we are, NexGen Solutions has been around since 2008. We originally started off as a very strong emphasis on manufacturing, specifically CAM. And as you can see, we have been an Autodesk Gold partner, and we're the #1 CAM partner for 6 of the last 7 years. But as we have grown and as our customers have grown, we have expanded now so that we encompass all of the products in the design and manufacturing portfolio. Earlier this year, we were named the #1 service partner for Autodesk, which we were just super stoked about. I'm very proud of that accomplishment, and we wanted to continue to just offer that complete platinum support, just experience for all of our customers. In addition to that, we are also a authorized training center, and as you interact with us, you'll see that training is kind of really at the heart of what we do, that software is meaningless unless you can use it and get the results that you need. So we try to be very cognizant of having lots of training opportunities throughout every month. Earlier this year, we also partnered and kind of acquired the software division of Applied Engineering, and we are just really excited about what this has done and what we've already seen for our customers since we've done this. Kind of the big benefits that we have called out and seen is that for NextGen, we now have more capabilities on the engineering design side, and we can really kind of put our full focus on that line of Autodesk products. On the applied side, they now are able to focus really solely on services, giving more attention to their customers and the relationships that kind of set them apart, as well as diving into some of those more kind of niche capabilities. And for our customers, we've always had lots of overlap. And so this just really allows us to collaborate to bring the full capabilities of both organizations to them and support their needs. So really, really excited about that and seeing awesome results so far. So Kirk and I have kind of going to divide this up a little bit today over kind of some of our broader solutions. But just before we get into that, I just wanted to highlight a couple of events and webinars. Again, as I mentioned, we are a very training-focused company. So we've got lots of webinars and things like coming up. Actually, tomorrow, if you're interested in kind of optimizing your factory layouts, we have a ProModel webinar. Next week, we have one on UpChain. So if you're looking for a PDM, PLM solution, that is a new product that we are picking up this year that we also have been seeing really positive things with, and just a few other theirs. So if you go to our website, you can always find all of our events at nextgencam.com/events. So design solutions. It's kind of a broad category, and there's lots of kind of conversations that we have with customers that kind of bring them to us for why they're looking for a design solution. So it's anything from maybe possibly parametric modeling, designing based on parameters so that when you make a change, it updates in other ways that you might not have thought of. A really kind of simple example of that would be you're designing a table. And so you plug in, and it's 3 feet by 4 feet, it's this high, and it creates your table. But if you decide that, hey, we're going to extend the length of that table to 8 feet, it's going to naturally say, hey, maybe you need another set of legs for support or things like that. Another area is like, auto creating drawings. So it also updates the drawing. So it always matches the model. Accurate models is always very important. But also just the accelerators that are built in. So for gears, frame generators, I-beams, etc. There's a lot of automation that is just available that really saves time and gets you to market faster. Additionally, with our parts library, we have over 1 million parts in the library of nuts, bolts, fasteners. It's a really big deal, really saves you time. It also helps you kind of just figure out, kind of on that bill of materials, you kind of know that set price of kind of that part that you're using, and they may use some manufacturing and things like that. And so that's kind of design, very high level. We've got lots there. But you really can't talk about design without talking about data and lifecycle management. Managing data is 100% a design challenge. In 2019, Autodesk did a report about asking their top kind of performing companies kind of what keeps them up at night, what are they spending a lot of time on? And the overwhelming response was that data. They are spending so much time, wasting so much time searching for data, finding the right information, redoing work because they weren't able to access previous work and like leverage that. And so, just the importance of putting in a product, a PDM solution, so that you can manage, track, and organize. The data you create is valuable. So one of the new products that we are seeing just really positive results now is actually UpChain. It's a cloud-based product data management and lifecycle management software all in one. So it's configurable, it's got out-of-the-box workflows for your processes to keep your projects moving forward. And one of my favorite things that I've just have seen people light up over is some of the CAD integrations. So you can unlock kind of that rich 3D data for non-CAD users so that you can extend your data beyond your enterprise to suppliers, to customers, to partners. You can give stakeholders access to real-time data and contextual understanding without kind of bothering engineers. It's also going to save you money because you're not paying for extra licenses that are just simply used for like kind of view-only purposes. And you can also gather feedback really easily via markup and comments without assigning those CAD licenses. So again, we have a webinar next Tuesday, the 24th, for that we'll be kind of digging into that a little bit deeper if you are interested in learning more. We will also be recording that as well, so if you can't make it, stick around for our newsletter or our YouTube channel and you'll find it there. With that, I'm going to pass this over to Kirk, and he's going to talk a little bit about some of our make solutions.
All right, thanks, Joy. So in addition to the design solutions that NexGen offers that Joy was talking about, we also wanted to briefly talk about the make category of offerings that we do have here at NexGen. So in today, like I put up there, in today's manufacturing environment, the pressures to produce increasingly complex parts in a shorter amount of time, all with less money, right? And then all with that smaller workforce is really putting massive pressures on production managers and you as engineers. And this has really driven the need for great production software solutions. So Joy and I hear it a lot when we're on the phone with customers. We speak with them, and whether it be supply chain shortages, machine downtime, or maybe simply just putting out that daily fire that always seems to come up, there's huge obstacles, right, for producing parts efficiently and in really any given market. And so that's where we're seeing these make software solutions that we offer becoming highly beneficial for manufacturers. Yeah, so as Joy mentioned, let's dive a little bit deeper into the CAM. But as she mentioned, NexGen, was really founded upon that CAM make model. And we're seeing the continued need to help companies realize the potential in Autodesk's make products. So these are products like Fusion 360, PowerMill, maybe Feature Cam or Part Maker, NetFab, maybe Power Inspector, even Complete. And these softwares are really helping our customers on a daily basis improve their efficiencies in production, maybe maximize their machine capacities and abilities, minimize their machine setup times, eliminate having to rework or scrap parts, which is an expensive process, as well as acting really as a buffer against that smaller workforce that we're seeing. So a huge benefit that we're seeing is, and a huge need for software is, like, for example, maybe a software to run a difficult Swiss type CNC multi-axis lathe in an efficient way and without having to have years and years of programming experience. We're seeing PartMaker do this in a really, really beautiful way. Or maybe it's Fusion with a nesting extension. And this is helping minimize raw material needs and also programming times by preparing a nesting for parts automatically, as opposed to maybe programmers needing to do that and create those manually. Or maybe it's Complete. We've seen a lot of success with Complete. Complete is a very easy to use application, and it takes you from your CAM software to your machine and without having to do any at machine editing. And so this software is giving engineers like yourself an extra layer of confidence to show you how your machine is actually going to behave prior to running any of your G code. And then maybe the last example would be 3D printing. 3D printing is really becoming massively influential in the manufacturing space. We're seeing it a lot. And softwares like NetFab have been really paving the way in streamlining 3D printing in production. So these are just a few examples of how Autodesk Make softwares are changing the way that Joy and I and our company is viewing manufacturing, and manufacturing as a whole is viewing it. And so we're seeing really successful stories come out of customers that are using this software and how it's growing them within their individual industries. Okay, so next, I'm going to briefly, at a very high level, talk about two products that we're very excited about being able to offer here now at NexGen, and those are Moldflow and ProModel. So we're going to first jump over into Moldflow. And so Moldflow is a new software offering for Autodesk. Thus, it's new for us to be able to offer, but we're actually very excited about this product in general. And it's mainly designed for your plastic injection molding projects. And like I said, we're very excited about this because we recently became Moldflow certified through Autodesk. So we are a really good source for any of your questions or anything that you would like to learn more about Moldflow. Please give Joy and I a call, and we can either answer questions for you on the spot, or we can put you in touch with one of our professionals here. So the problems that we're seeing our customers being able to solve with Moldflow is, first and foremost, just the ability to avoid having to make those physical prototypes. So instead of making physical prototypes, you can instead make a digital 3D render of your plastic parts. And since making physical prototypes is very expensive, and not to mention it's really timely, this has been a huge benefit for our Moldflow users. So next, like I have there, is Moldflow can help you ensure your product's quality, and it can help do this before ever needing to produce even a single part. So you can take that 3D rendering that you made, you can test results of maybe using a different raw material. Moldflow has thousands of different raw material options that you can choose from, and you can put in and see how it'll affect the end product. And then also maybe you could check and change wall thickness, or you could see how shrinkage or warpage is going to affect the end product after production. And then lastly, we're hearing a lot of users just say that this is really allowing them to get their product to market much faster. and they can do this without sacrificing quality and worrying about the end product and if it's going to work out or not. So our customers really have asked themselves, how much would it cost me to make a physical part in my shop floor and then test it prior to being able to actually start full production, right? So the factored cost that they are coming up with after asking this question is typically will pay for Moldflow time and time again. So jumping over to ProModel at a high level again, ProModel is a very exciting thing for me to be able to talk about. Having a little bit of past experience on the factory floor, ProModel is a software that I really see being hugely beneficial for manufacturers, for engineers, for project managers. So in short, ProModel it's a simulation tool, and it's for modeling any type of manufacturing system or process. So really it gives you the ability to see your shop floor. You can design your shop floor, and you can see it either from that bird's eye view or all the way down to individual work cells or workstations. And so you as a manager, as an engineer, if you're asked you're asked your production, is your production facility operating efficiently? How do you know how to answer that? How do you know what areas might need attention? So ProModel now with AutoCAD gives you the ability to visualize, study, and then really manipulate your manufacturing processes and without ever physically moving a machine or workstation. So ProModel's methodology as a company is design, simulate, and then optimize. So ProModel, you can first design your current factory floor process, right? You can build that out. You can make it look exactly like your factory floor is now. You can visualize it as a whole. You can see it on your screen, and then you can maybe from there find bottlenecks. Okay, but then the next step that really has been taking off is you can take that current environment and you can start manipulating it. So you can add a simulation, or you can simulate a new workflow, or you can find out if adding a different machine with different rates is going to affect your throughput. Okay, so and then finally, you can take those different scenarios and call them what if scenarios. So you can take 2 or 3 and you can pit them against one another and say which one is going to be the most effective, which one is going to be the most efficient option for me to do. And then you can go through and make that happen. You can move things around, but you know it's going to be better before you even take that step. So maybe, for example, of why you would use ProModel. Maybe you're looking to increase your production, maybe by 20%, or maybe you're looking to expand your building or a workstation, or maybe, like we talked about earlier, you're just trying to find what are my bottlenecks? How can I be more efficient? ProModel is going to really do this all for you in an extremely efficient way. So again, we're very excited about being able to offer these products. We see huge potential with them. So please feel free to reach out to Joy and myself. We'd love to talk to you about them. And then if we can't answer your questions, we'll put you through to one of our professionals here on staff. So yeah, again, reach out to us. We're good sources of information. We can help you with whatever we can. And with that, thank you again for everybody joining and for your time today. And I'm going to pass it back over to Joy.
So yeah, so again, I just wanted to highlight why we are so excited to be partnered with Applied. Really, like, you can leverage our software, our training and implementation and support, and then you can our customers can leverage Applied for their engineers. So it can help you lessen your load, help you deploy new technology. Their developers can integrate and automate current solutions with new ones. It's just the overlap and just the continuity of services and all kind of encompassing solutions is just beautiful. And we have seen interactions again so far, just really awesome results that our customers have been raving about. So very, very looking forward to the future and what that holds. So again, I just want to do one more kind of plug. I probably talked a little too fast, but again with training. So I have here our events and kind of webinars listed, but for training, again, it's a very important part of our company. And on our website, we have a training calendar that is up to date always. And we have, gosh, a boatload of classes that we hold on a monthly basis, as well as the kind of unlimited possibilities for custom training. So if you just need a handful of hours, if you need someone to come on site for a day, multiple days, a week, whatever your needs are, we can definitely scale to meet that. And we're always exploring kind of new ways to best deliver that training, because right now in manufacturing, it seems like everyone is slammed, or at least those who I am talking to, there is just no time to talk. So, the getting a new programmer or a new hire up and running as quickly and as most efficiently as possible, if maybe they can't take 2 days to go through a training. So now we're looking at building out, on-demand kind of training curriculums and things like that. Additionally, with our kind of support that we do, we also have monthly best practices classes for our products. And so we have a library of videos from those that, people can go in on demand and watch through those and just kind of pick up some of those best practices for new users, experienced users. There's always more to gain to be able to just really use the full potential of the software. You'll also see here we've listed our contact information. Again, please use it. The customer success team at NexGen is really just another level of resource available to all of our customers to get questions answered. If you are need immediate support, we can light fires and get things done for you. So we just want to make sure that, as much as possible, our customers are getting that immediate response as much as possible. If you've ever worked with Autodesk directly, it's kind of like working a little bit with a robot. You're probably not going to make it through to ever talk to someone real. And that is not the case here. And we work very hard to make that so. So again, we'll open it up to questions, as Emily mentioned, if you have anything. Otherwise, thank you again so much for your time today.